day one of the MWC just ended, and of course, you know, I had to check out those Sony phones for you guys. So, shall we begin? Let's begin.
So could this be the one that we've all been waiting for from Sony? Now, I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why I think it just might be. First off, the display is unlike anything you've ever seen before on a mobile device. It's in fact the world's first 4K HDR OLED screen on a mobile phone, and it's 6.5 inches in a 21:9 aspect ratio. And this is really unique, and I've heard it referred to as a cine-wide display. But behind this screen, Sony have also added their X1 processor for mobile, which is an upscaling processor which is basically going to enhance not just the picture, but also the colors. So with this new aspect ratio, what you're going to get is a much more immersive cinematic viewing experience, whether you're watching TV or films or playing games. But it's really going to be beneficial when you're watching movies, because a lot of Hollywood blockbuster movies are shot in that 21:9 aspect ratio. So you're going to get that native full screen, full quality experience only on the Xperia 1. And as well as that, I heard the contrast ratio on this OLED panel is 1,000,000:1. So another really good reason you might want to buy this Sony Xperia phone is that Sony have actually used their expertise in building industry grade monitors such as the Academy Award winning TriMaster display and implemented that into the design of this device. And what this means is when it comes to the camera tech, your photos and videos will go hand in hand with the display and allow you to produce better content. So on the back of the device, we got three 12 megapixel cameras, and that doesn't sound like a lot, but understand this: one of them is wide angled, one of them is telephoto, and the other is super wide angled. And it's nothing to do with the number of megapixels, it's more about what they can do with it. So within the camera software, there is a Cine Pro setting, which is basically going to allow you to color grade your videos and photos, so you can get closer to that cinematic feel that we see in the movies. And I'm not going to go too much into the camera features, because hopefully I'm going to get hands on with this and test it out properly for you guys. But one thing I definitely want to mention is the 4K HDR video recording that we've seen before in the XE3, but this time you can shoot in 21:9. Now, I'm not going to dive into too much of the specs, but there's a few you should definitely know about. So inside is the Super Snapdragon 855, the world's most powerful 7nm processor on the market today, and that's backed up with 6 GB of RAM and powered by a 3300 mAh battery. Now listen guys, I know that doesn't sound like a lot by today's standards, but understand this: the Snapdragon 855 is so power efficient that this should easily be able to give you a full day's use without having to worry about recharging, but we won't know until we see this firsthand. So stay tuned to WhatGear, subscribe, and I'll keep you updated on that. The other thing that might bug you a little bit about this phone is the fact there's no headphone jack. And also, Sony have brought back the side sense feature, which I turned off almost immediately when I had the XE3 because it just kept popping up. It didn't make sense to me. But something nice that they brought back from older versions of the Xperia is that side mounted fingerprint sensor, which isn't the power button now. They've actually got a separate power button. But it's nice to see that that's back. And as for the release date, we should expect to see this release in Q3 of this year, which ties in really nicely for the global launch of 5G by all the major mobile network operators. So don't be surprised to see this launch with 5G out of the box. And there's some other cool features to the Xperia 1, like split screen, Dolby Atmos surround sound through the headphones, and of course it will support LDAC, which is not a Klingon swear word. It is high-res audio streaming, which we see on a lot of devices today, but still good to know. It will have stereo speakers, and I heard it will even have some gaming specific settings within the UI, which apparently is basically stock Android, so that's also a good thing. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about the new Xperia 1. Is it the one for you? Leave a one-word comment, either yes or no, in the comments below. Alright guys, it's been a long day, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then check out this other video that I did. You might enjoy it because a lot of the other people on the channel enjoyed this video. Anyway, I'm going to sleep now. I'll catch you in the next one. Don't be late.